Endocrine System Chp13. Endocrine system regulates body functions with hormones produced by endocrine glands, for example pituitary. Circulate in the bloodstream. Steroids, lipid-soluble. Non-steroids, not lipid-soluble. Often interact with nervous system. Act on specific cells, target cells, in the body. Endocrine system characteristics. Access to every cell. Each hormone acts only on specific target cells. Target cells have receptors for specific hormones. Endocrine control slower than nervous system. Endocrine and nervous systems interact. Steroid hormone action on a target cell. Figure 13.2. Classification of hormones, steroid. Steroid hormones. Lipid-soluble, chemically derived from cholesterol. Enter target cells. Activate specific genes to produce specific proteins. Slower acting than non-steroid hormones, minutes to hours. Non-steroid hormone action on a target cell. Figure 13.3. Classification of hormones, non-steroid. Non-steroid hormones. Water-soluble. Bind to receptors on target cell membranes. Work through intermediate mechanisms to activate existing enzymes. Faster action than steroid hormones, seconds to minutes. Role of negative feedback loops. Figure 13.4. Hypothalamus and the posterior pituitary gland. Connection to hypothalamus. Hormones made in hypothalamus, stored in posterior pituitary. Hormones, nonsteroidal, operate here. Antidiuretic hormone, ADH, conserves water in kidneys, regulates water balance in body. Oxytocin, causes uterine contractions during labor and milk ejection through neuroendocrine reflex. Hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary gland. Connection to hypothalamus. Releasing and inhibiting hormones from hypothalamus travel to pituitary through pituitary portal system. Hormones, nonsteroidal, operate here. ACT stimulates adrenal cortex. TSH acts on thyroid gland. FSH, LH, prolactin related to control of reproductive cycles and lactation. Growth hormone widespread effects on body. Pituitary disorders, hypersecretion of ADH, excessive water retention. Diabetes insipidus, hypersecretion of ADH, inability to conserve water appropriately. Gigantism, hypersecretion of growth hormone. Pituitary dwarfism, hypersecretion of growth hormone. Pancreas, endocrine functions include hormones secreted by islets of Langerhans are nonsteroidal. Glucagon, raises blood sugar. Insulin lowers blood sugar. Roles of insulin and glucagon in regulating blood glucose. Figure 13.9. Adrenal glands, two small endocrine glands located just above kidneys. Adrenal cortex, secretes steroid hormones. Produces small amounts of estrogen and testosterone. Produces cortisol, regulates blood glucose. Aldosterone, regulates sodium and potassium. Adrenal glands, medulla. Adrenal medulla secretes non-steroid hormones. Secretion, stimulated by sympathetic nervous system. Non-steroidal hormones that control metabolism, blood pressure and heart rate. Epinephrine, adrenaline. Norepinephrine. They both enhance function of sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight response, thyroid gland. Secretion, mediated through hypothalamus pituitary secretions. Secretes steroidal hormones. Thyroxine, T4, and triiodothyronine, T3, both regulate production of ATP from glucose, affects metabolic rate. calcitonin, lowers blood calcium levels. Parathyroid gland secretion, response to lowered blood calcium levels. Hormone, parathyroid hormone, PTH, nonsteroidal. Removes calcium and phosphate from bone. Increases absorption of calcium by the digestive tract. Increases renal retention of calcium and excretion of phosphate. Testes hormone secreted equals testosterone. Steroidal functions. Regulates development and normal functioning of sperm, male reproductive organs, male sex drive. Development of male secondary sex characteristics. Ovaries hormones, steroidal, and functions. Estrogen initiates development of secondary sex characteristics, regulates menstrual cycle. Progesterone, regulates menstrual cycle. Other chemical messengers. Histamine, inflammation. Prostaglandins, local control of blood flow. Growth factors, local acting/mitotic activity. Disorders of the endocrine system. Thyroid disorders. Hypothyroidism, underactivity of thyroid. Children, slows body growth, brain development and delays puberty. Adults, causes edema, weight gain, lethargy, low body temp. Hyperthyroidism, Graves' disease. Overactive thyroid. Causes increased hyperactivity, nervousness, weight loss.